you. Yeah, I'm talking to your ass. You want to know why you struggling to feel better about your life and to be a better person that you want to be? It's this right here. I'm telling you because I personally learned the hard way that how you think and what you do is going to determine who you are, how you feel about life, all of it. So many people struggle with being a confident person, having high self-esteem, all of these different things that would help you have a life that you truly enjoy, feel good about, the whole shebang. But the thing is, you have to understand that your mindset is where it starts. What I mean by that is you have to get to a point where you have a belief that you actually can create the life that you want, that you can actually accomplish what it is that you want. Nobody became confident without having a mindset, you know what? I may not have done this before, but I'll fucking figure it out. That's a mindset that comes before you actually having confidence. And what that looks like is, I'll give you a prime example. If you want to learn a new hobby, or if you want to get good with approaching and going for the people that you're actually interested in dating, before you actually have confidence in those things, you have to have a belief in a mindset, you know what? I've never done this before, but you know what? I can fucking figure it out. I'm gonna start and I'll figure it out. I promise at some point I'm gonna figure it out. That is a mindset. And when you have that mindset, that turns into belief. Once you have those thoughts that you can do something, you can figure it out, that ends up becoming a belief that, you know what? Yeah, I really can. And once you really believe those thoughts, now you feel a better emotion. You feel a better state where you can actually go and take the action that would eventually produce that. Meaning, you'd actually start getting those reps in with trying to learn a new skill, whatever you're trying to learn. Even if you fuck up, even if you're not as good with it, you're going to start. You're going to start taking steps. And we all know when it comes down to you, the life that you have right now and the life that you want, you close that distance by taking small steps, small actions, day by day. And as you do that, that distance eventually gradually closes until you become that person that you wanted to be and have the life that you want. So I'm telling anybody here that struggles with having confidence, having high self-esteem, feeling good about yourself and your life, that's where it starts. It's this mindset right here. This, think of it like the steering wheel. This is going to drive, that's going to drive where the car goes. So based on where you have this, you're going to drive somewhere. You're either going to drive in the direction that you want to go, or you're going to drive in the opposite direction. But understand, you control that. So I'm telling you, that's so important. The second thing, when it comes down to creating a life where you have high confidence, high self-esteem, in the life that you actually want to live, you have to give yourself permission to start. Point blank, period. A lot of times, if you're anything like me, you have fears and doubts. Can I really do this? Am I really good enough to do this? Am I capable? These are thoughts you may not be saying out loud, but those are thoughts that are playing in your mind. And those shit matter because that's gonna create whatever state that you're in. And like I told you a second ago, depending on what state you're in, how you feel, that's gonna drive your actions. Like for me, with working on building a business, for so long, I wasn't reaching out to people. I wasn't taking certain actions that I needed to in order for me to have clients, in order for me to build. Why? Because deep down, I questioned and I didn't feel confident in my ability on if I can do this, if I'm cut for this, if I'm capable, if I'm deserving, if I'm even worthy of somebody wanting to work with me. All of these things. And what happened? I'm driving myself in the opposite direction where I wanted. The shift that I had to make was, you know what, bro? I'm giving you permission, just try. Anybody that's created a successful life or success with whatever they're doing, they didn't know at first. They just had a belief that, you know what, I know I'm capable and I can figure this out. And two, you know what, I'm just gonna start. And as I start, I'll figure it out. One of my mentors, one of my longtime coaches, before his passing, used to always say, we build it while we fly it. And the thing is, you aren't always gonna have the answers. You aren't always gonna know how it's gonna work. None of these things. But the main thing is, can you have courage to start? That's it. Just take a step. I promise you, just take a step. And then when you take that step, it's okay, let me try and take another step. And if you start taking steps, you're gonna move in a direction. Now, you may not even know if you're moving in the right direction, but you're gonna be moving from where you are into a different direction. And as time goes along, you're gonna figure out if you're actually moving in the direction that you need to move. Hold on. So, I'm saying all of this to say, you gotta give yourself permission. Just like when we were in grade school, we had field trips, we had to get our parents to sign that permission slip in order for us to go on the trip. That's what you gotta do with your life, giving yourself permission to go for the things that you want. That opportunity, that job, that career, that person that you wanna date, that new city that you may wanna experience, whatever the case is, starting a new hobby, starting a new platform, a channel, you wanna do content, whatever it is, look, give yourself permission to try. We only got one life anyway, so you might as well. So I'm telling you, when you do those things, you're gonna start seeing shifts in your life because you're actually taking action towards something you actually want. And when you take actions toward things that you actually want, you're gonna start feeling better about your life because you're building. And over time, you're gonna start seeing that happen in your life. So I'm just telling you, if you're anything like me, it's so important to have this right and give yourself permission to go for the things that you want, because that's the foundation. I had a conversation with one of my cousins where he was like struggling with his dating life, and we were talking about struggles that we had, and we've gotten to a different point. And I told him, like, I had to get to a point where it's like, you know what? Before I saw confidence and before I saw evidence that I could pull the most attractive girls, I said, you know what? This is who I am. Before I had any proof or evidence. And he thought I was crazy. He was like, what the hell are you talking about? And I was like, the person that thinks that they can and the person that thinks that they can't, they're both right. How can anybody accomplish anything that they don't believe that they can accomplish? How can you get a girl that you don't think that you can get? How can you build a platform or a business that you don't think that you can build? How can you get a physique and a physical appearance and a body that you don't believe that you can create and build? All of these things, it starts here. So I'm just telling you, because so many people don't have the life that they want because of this right here. You talk positively about yourself, right? That's what you do. You start thinking, I can. It's not no more, I can't do it. And those thoughts may come up, those doubts, but you don't let them live rent-free in your mind anymore. When those things happen, it's like, you know what? Well, tell me why I can't do this. Make me believe why I can't do it. You don't just accept those thoughts going through your head. You know what? Why can't I figure this out? Challenge the negative thoughts that pop up into your mind. Speak positively about yourself. You know what, bro? We gonna make this happen. Sis, we gonna figure this out. Whatever you gotta tell yourself. Have the courage to take a step. I don't care how small of a step. A small step is gonna move you in the direction that you're trying to go. Even if it's not much, I promise you that small step that you take, you keep taking that small step over a span of time, and all of a sudden that little small step becomes something big when you do that, and it compounds and builds over time. So I'm telling you, that's what you gotta do. Be consistent and pour love into what it is that you wanna do in the life that you want in yourself. It's no different than if you had a partner in a relationship. You know you'd have to be consistent with that person. You know you'd have to believe in them, encourage them, pour love into them, care into them. Now you're doing that same thing to your own self, your dreams, your aspirations. And I promise you do that and you take action and you have the thoughts and the mindset and the belief. Look, I promise your confidence is going to build because you're going to be getting experience from the actions you've taken. And from those experiences, you're going to get better. You're going to learn how to win. And once you see proof that you won, it's game over. So that's what it is. And then your self-esteem builds as well. When your life is better, you've seen the things you're accomplishing, your confidence is building, you're going to feel better about your life. So that's really all it is in a nutshell, fam. So I'm telling y'all because I don't want y'all to take as long as it took me to learn this. The life that you want is just sitting, posted up on the wall waiting on you. It really is. But you got to do your part. I always tell my community, my clients, folks that I meet that, look, where you go and what you do in your life is 100% all on you, fam. And it really is. I promise if you do the work, you got it. So that's all I got for today. And if this video resonates with you and you're struggling with your life, struggling to have better confidence, higher self-esteem, a life that you actually love and enjoy, I created a community and a program specifically for people just like you to help you to make the transformation to become the person that you need to be in order to have that life. So if that's something that resonates and you're interested in, there's a link that I've got in the description. Click that link. You can book out a call. We can get on a call, see what's going on in your life to see if it's a good fit so we can see how we can help you. So if that resonates, I'll see you on the inside. And if this video brought value, make sure you don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't and hit the notification bell because I show up for you all every day and I drop value every day on this platform for people just like you so that we can help as many people level their life up. And if you got a friend, a cousin, a brother, a sister, somebody that you know struggling in their areas, in these areas of your life, share this and pay it forward so that we can help as many people as we can. So I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And until next time, peace and love.